make him an offer, Ken.
I'm fucking with you, see? You gotta fight through that shit.
Stuck on this.
Why so serious? Why so serious? Why so serious?
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Again, probably going to piss off a lot of people, especially considering that this movie is the reason why Sony has solo rights to the characters back. Good on them, I guess. At least that's one intellectual property that Disney doesn't own. And, yeah, look, my problems with this are pretty much the same with every single other one of the... Well, I say every single other one. The one other Spider-Man movie within this MCU, which is that I'm not a fan of John Watts as a director. Now, I get it. Basically, every single director in this series, with the exception of James Gunn and the Russos, are pretty much at beck and call for Kevin Feige, and this is no different. But I don't know. It's like, Watts always seems like the kind of guy that has a vision, but either A, doesn't know how to execute it properly, or B, is like truly hamstrung by Kevin Feige.
Marco Polo's. Oh!
I think MJ really likes me. That reminds me when I first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
Because the thing about these Spider-Man movies that constantly take me out of it is the fact that these are the fun movies. They're part of like this new echelon of Marvel movies that people like to christen the fun movies, which is where they basically have no main setting stakes or actual impact on the world, and there usually aren't that many dramatic beats or chops involved in it. Well, as much as you can get for a Marvel movie, but I have seen some good drama, especially in the big team-up movies.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world? Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
The need to focus on the more fun elements constantly overrides, to me, what makes the character interesting to begin with, and I get that. I get this is a different take on the character overall, and I don't mind that. My problem is that with all the interesting things that they do set up, I feel like they never truly follow through, with the exception of the villain. Because once again, continuing with, again, the bizarre thing of John, the best thing about these new movies being the villains, Jake Gyllenhaal, I would say, might even be...
But this is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
better than Michael Keaton was as the Vulture in his role as Mysterio, because I said this in my review, and I'm not even kidding. This is literally the best adaptation of a supervillain, like, from the comic book version of him since Ledger as the Dark Knight, and I mean that with every breath of my breath. But yeah, other than that, this was just a bland comedy that couldn't even deliver on the comedy, because most of the jokes weren't even that funny. So, yeah. Good for Sony. Maybe we'll actually get something interesting now that he's back with Venom.
New plan!